All right. Well, awesome, guys. Thanks for hopping on tonight. I know that, midweek and Wednesday and just talking with some of you via messages, it's just been a really long week. So I appreciate you guys taking the time to hop on tonight. I won't keep you long unless you guys have questions, which I really encourage you to take the opportunity to ask, because not only do you have me here, but you have everyone here, and everyone can unmute themselves and kind of share what's working for them. Or maybe they have a similar experience that they can kind of relate to, or just let you know you're not alone. So don't hesitate to ask questions at the end of tonight. So keep that in mind. Still going strong for Success Club. If you missed the team call last week, we're not doing or at least I'm not doing set dates for challenge groups. So you won't see any challenge group starting on November 12th or 5th or December 5th or whatever those first and second Mondays are. The challenge group that's open right now for the healthy holidays is the one that's going to remain open for the rest of the year. So if you have people that you're talking to, there's no deadline anymore. So it's kind of nice. It kind of eases that stress, eases that feeling of I have to hit it by this day because that's my challenge group start date. So really take advantage of that and really give it your all to the whole month. There's no starting over. There's no stop and go for challenge groups. There's one constantly running. So anyone that you're talking to that's ready right now, have them order. Get their challenge packs ordered. Get their base kits ordered. If it's, if you're at that point in the relationship and they're just ready for a base kit, get them their base kit. Get them comfortable. Get them using 21 Day Fix or 21 Day Fix Extreme, because what I want you guys to focus on towards the end of this month, moving into November, is really focusing on hammer and chisel. So if you haven't logged into Beachbody On Demand and you haven't tried the 2 workouts that are on there, I highly, highly recommend you get on there and see what they're about, because when people start asking questions, you're going to want to be able to answer them. You're going to need a little bit more equipment with this workout. You're going to need a stability ball. You're going to need 2 or 3 sets of weights, or you're going to need a workout bench. But if you don't have a workout bench, a stability ball is the modifier. So make sure you're getting familiar with that. Meg posted a link in our Diamond group, and I'm going to post it in our team page after, but I wanted to do the team call before I just posted links in there, and you guys are like, what the heck is this? Of another coach who started an event to start focusing on hammer and chisel. I did this with 21 Day Fix regular when it came out, and it was awesome. I did it with Extreme, and it went really well. I tried it with size. It was kind of a flop, but I wasn't passionate about size. So that's why. Hammer and chisel, on the other hand, I'm going to be all about it. And so that passion is going to come through, and more than likely, if you're on this team, you're probably going to be a little bit more passionate about hammer and chisel than size as well. So maybe not. Size is fun. So start thinking about that. So I'm going to post the link to the event. What I don't want you to do is do not click going to this event. Because if you go to this event, that coach is going to reach out to you, number 1. And number 2, your friends are going to see that you're going to that event, and they're going to go to that event. And you don't want them in that with that coach. You want them in your event. So I highly recommend, I'm going to put that link in there, to get in there and just soak up. She posted, I think this coach was part of the test group for hammer and chisel. So she posted some awesome before and afters in there that you are welcome to use. Just make sure you always give credit as due. So make sure you know that person's name, or, she shares some snippets about those people. Or you can always Google hammer and chisel before and afters and get show the results, show the stories, show what people, the results that people got. But start your event and getting people in there, getting all your customers that are on Facebook, every challenger. So getting them plugged into that event and making sure that they know, invite your friends and family into that event, and just really talking it up, because it's going to go live December 1st. So you have 6 weeks to really hype this up and learn about it and educate your customers. So I'm not even thinking challenge packs, you guys. Don't even think just challenge packs. Think about the way that this can increase your volume. So if you're not Emerald by December 1st, I highly recommend you strive for that goal, because the volume that is going to come through this team with Hammer and Chisel is really going to help you guys financially. When big releases come through like this, it's awesome for your business income. So start thinking about that. Start planting those seeds about Hammer and Chisel. The customers that you have doing 21-day fix right now, start talking to them about their next program. People who are in Fix Extreme love the heavyweight but are getting bored. This is going to be that next step for them. So start making sure you know about the program. So I'll post the link to the event. Make sure you just kind of check it out. Don't click going. Familiarize yourself. If you've never done an event before, check out how she's wording things. And then Meg has there is a call by Missa Bueller on events and how to run one and how to make it work well for you so that it's not overwhelming. And I'll post the link to that as well, so that you can kind of, if you've never listened to that or you have no idea what I'm talking about when I say an event and hyping it up, you can go back and listen to that webinar. Mrs. Awesome, she did an event for PIO, and I remember sitting with her at Summit at General Session when PIO released, and she had 17 challenge packs ordered within like the first hour of it being released, because she did so well with her event. So if you can do them right and you can start them early and get conversations going and share with them like recipes or how the containers work, and posting videos of you doing the workouts and getting them into, I don't know, we didn't have Beachbody On Demand when PIO was released, I don't think, but getting them plugged in, they can actually like do the workout before they even like get the program. And then Alyssa and Elizabeth and I had the opportunity to try the one of the bonus DVDs from Hammer and Chisel, which was the 15 minutes of cardio, which sounds super easy, right? My legs are still hurting. Like my inner thighs and my hamstrings killing me. Like I went for a run, and I started to think if it was more the run or those the workout, but I think it was really the workout. It was super tough. So awesome workouts, so great. They're fun, they're funny in them. So get plugged into that. But what I really wanted you guys to, what I wanted to talk about tonight and just touch on is, I've shared this with the Diamond coaches and the leaders. I have primarily run my Facebook or my business on Facebook. That's just the avenue that's worked for me. That's the social media avenue that I choose to do. I'm familiar with it. I'm comfortable with it, and it served me well. And I don't have a lot of time to research and implement other tips and tools to use other social media aspects, which is okay to a point, but I can see how that has not helped me in some ways. So what I wanted you guys to first off know is that if you are maybe struggling on Facebook, or you just don't feel comfortable on Facebook, maybe there's another social media platform that you are going to feel more comfortable on. I know some coaches I've talked to don't feel as comfortable on Facebook, but they love Instagram, or they're really good at blogging, or they're awesome at Pinterest. So think about like what other, or first off, like just kind of raise your hand. Who else has another social media platform that they use consistently that you post every day? Anything else besides Facebook? Nobody? Who on here has a personal page and a like page?
I use Instagram. I post frequently on Instagram, but I often use my posts from my Facebook that I copy into Instagram. But I've had lots of students to actually getting customers from Instagram to email, and then getting them to Facebook, or just connecting with email.
Okay.
But it's all about the hashtags with Instagram.
Oh, the hashtags. So what hashtags do you think that you have been using on Instagram that have helped you?
I use a lot of times, I mean, it depends on what I posted about. So I'll post hashtags specific to what I did. Like I had one that I did PIO, and I did a PIO flip, and that got like a ton of attention. So I always use the same hashtags like wife, newlywed, marriage, which sounds ridiculous, but wolf hybrids of Instagram, because we have wolf hybrids, so like things that are related to I always have the same ones that keep like in a note on my phone that I just copy and paste when I'm doing my hashtags, so it's always the ones that stay the same.
That's good. That's a really good tip, you guys, and I think Alyssa makes a good point. Like, who do you want to market? Like, Instagram is very brand specific. Instagram is very niche specific. So if you're going to get on Instagram, you have to know your niche, even more so than Facebook, I would say, because you want them to attract the people that are just like you. So if you're using hashtags, Alyssa is a newlywed. She is a new wife. She, lives in South Florida. She has a wolf in her house, in her kitchen, in a steel crate. That's pretty specific. Her husband's in the restaurant industry. So that could even be something that she uses to her niche. People who are in the restaurant industry, people who are married to those like that. So start thinking about people who you want to attract. And those are the kind of hashtags that you may want to start using. Don't use hashtags like Beachbody. Don't use hashtags like, don't hashtag the program. I should say don't. If you do that, basically it's everyone that uses that hashtag aren't people you want to attract because they're already using that stuff. So you want to kind of leave those out. Like you could do like Beachbody program or maybe, Beachbody on demand or even just on demand or workout online or, what you're doing, but maybe not necessarily Beachbody specific. So that way, like for PIO, maybe do, yoga and Pilates as a hashtag, maybe not PIO, because you don't want to attract people who already have PIO, like they already have a coach or they are a coach. So don't waste your time doing Beachbody coach or online coach or whatever, because you don't want to attract those people. They're already taken care of. You want to just act like you're hashtagging for people you've never met and attracting them. So for me, it's like twin mom, boy, girl, twin mom, toddlers, South Florida, dairy free, books that I'm reading. I hashtag books that I'm reading. That sometimes helps me, even just if I click on that hashtag, I can go in and kind of see who else is using that hashtag to see if it's people that I connect with. So not only are you using hashtags on your own photos, but making sure you're searching the hashtags that are you, so you can search those and you can follow. Meg does the 5-3-1 rule. She likes 5 photos, or she follows, what is it? She likes 5 pictures, she comments on 3 pictures, and she does 1 follow to get 1 follow back. So finding 5 people that you can go in and like 5 photos, maybe comment on 3 of them, and then you hope for 1 follower back. So it might take some time, and this is why I don't do a whole lot of Instagram, because I don't make time for it. I post every day, but I don't make time to actually utilize the hashtags. So making sure you're doing that. Pinterest is another one that I use a little bit more frequently. And if you haven't seen Meg's Pinterest training, then I recommend using that. It's YouTube, so you can search Meg Wazinski on YouTube and you'll find her YouTube video. But what you can do on Pinterest is, like, I've been using it for running because I've been running a lot lately. So I've been typing in like running tips or running weight loss tips or moms who run, or, you can search bar in the Pinterest thing. And so you get all these boards. I find something that catches my eye and I click on it and I click on the user. Actually, let me see if I can log in. So I click on the user or the board. I see if like they actually use the board. I should be able to share my screen. Okay, can you guys see that? So I would go here and go like moms who run. So it's going to search this. So, who is this person? So she's a mom, obviously. So I'm going to click on her. and you'll see, okay, she's got 333 pins on this fitness and motivation board. So I'm going to look at it and I'm just like, this is awesome. She's got like a bunch of workouts, circuits. She's got like quotes, whatever. So then I'm going to click on her name. And I'm going to kind of check out to see how active she is on Pinterest, because some people will have like 10 boards, 500 pins, like not a whole lot, but she's got like almost 4,000 pins. She's got some followers. Like she's someone that I would be like, okay. And then I'm going to check out her board and see like, this is really the cool part, because you can see like if this is somebody that you would connect with or not. Like sometimes you're going to get to their board and go, that's really not me. Like they might be into fitness, but the rest of the stuff I might not connect with. Obviously she has one little boy. I have one little boy, like drink recipes, holidays, products. Like her board's like mine. It has everything on it. Like breastfeeding tips, 5 ingredients or less. Like this girl looks like someone that I would want to be friends with. So then you can see this little Facebook button. Now, this may not always be here if they do not link their Facebook and Pinterest, but I can click that, and that's going to take me directly to her Facebook page. And I'm going to click on here, and I'm actually going to do this. She might, I don't know. We'll see what happens if it lets me. And I'm just going to go. So I'd say something like, I don't know if you guys can see my message, but just that I was on Pinterest searching for her, stumbled upon her board. It looked a lot like mine. Asked her if she was a big runner, if she just ran here or there. Look forward to chatting. Brittany, send her $1. Done. So this just kind of, I mean, you can search. Like I did this for like faith in kids. So how to talk to your kids about Jesus and fun activities to do at home, like kids in faith. Like I want to talk and connect with other moms who are raising their kids up based on, the Bible and, raising them to love Jesus and know who he is. Like, are there anything like tips, Bible journaling with children, mom and me journal, like just stuff like this, like simple ways to bring Jesus into your daily routine. So I like click on her. She's a mom. She loves Jesus. Let's see about her. So it's all about babies. They're obviously doing family photos at some point in time. You click on her, click on her name. See, she doesn't have that Facebook thing. So it's not on there. So that's kind of hard. You can't bring her to Facebook, but you can, maybe follow her, and you can message from Pinterest. Like you can message from Pinterest if you want. So I haven't had success with messaging on Pinterest because who really checks that? But you never know. So maybe I would send her a message and say, hey, I stumbled upon your board. It looks pretty awesome. Like, how old are your kids? And just get conversation going. But the primary way that I use this is with that little Facebook button. And it brings me to their page. And it just really helps you not have to focus on just your like page or meeting new people through friends of friends. So I set a goal for myself, and I'm not perfect with this, but I try to add 5 new people from my Facebook page because I'm still paying for my ads. So I want to make sure that I'm at least using what I'm paying for. So I'm still messaging people from my like page, but I've made a commitment to add 5 people from Pinterest. It takes a little bit longer, because you have to find them and, you do all that, and she doesn't even have a Facebook account, so I can't even really message her. But it's okay. I'll follow her. You never know. and I'll try and do that for 5 people. So it might take a little bit longer, but I do have people respond back, and the conversation isn't about fitness all the time. Right now it is about running, but sometimes it's about like I said, like faith in kids or easy recipes or dairy free. Those are like things that are me that we can relate with without having to talk about fitness right away. So if you don't have a Pinterest account or you're not familiar with it, maybe it's something that will be a little bit easier for you. I like it because I can scroll through and I can look at things and I get other ideas. And it's kind of like Facebook to me in a more organized picture way. So, which is why I like it, because it's something I can search. It's right there. It's a little bit easier for me than Instagram. And it's on my computer. So I do it during my power hour and I don't get lost in it on my phone, where Instagram is more on your phone. So that's how I'm using Pinterest. Do you guys have questions about that? Does that make sense? Is that is anyone going, oh, that's a good idea? Is anyone liking that? No? Yes.
I like it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think, because I'm on Pinterest a lot usually for recipes is what I'm on Pinterest for. And that's a really good idea, because I'll go to some people's pages and I still go back to some people's pages who have really good recipes. And I, will go back to them and like, oh, why not look and see if they're on Facebook and chat. So, hey, you're awesome. I like your recipes. Yeah. So that's
exactly
already there.
Yeah. Hey, you posted the awesome recipe. I tried it the other day. I just wanted to say thanks for sharing it. I really liked it. And own how random it is. I know this is random. I know this is weird, but that's why we're on social media. So, have fun with it, play with it. Maybe you start off and just say 1 or 2 people. Here is, I'm getting that link from Meg. So maybe you just start off with 1 or 2 people, or maybe you just start off this week with opening a Pinterest account. What I would recommend with your Pinterest account is you can keep boards secret. So if you have I don't know, birthday parties coming, I don't know, some boards are a little bit more private and really aren't speaking to who your brand is. Maybe keep those secret, gifts for so-and-so or holiday, I don't know, whatever, because each person's different. For me, I think I had the kids' birthdays or breastfeeding tips or all the kids stuff from their nursery, when I was decorating for their, that stuff, I kind of hid it because I want people to come to me and know that I have recipes on there. I'm dairy free. I have twins. I am into running specifically, not just fitness, or I am very in touch with my faith. So that's what I want them to know about me. I don't want them to know that I was planning a 2-year-old's Mickey and Minnie birthday party. Maybe that happens in conversation, but so that's how I would use Pinterest. The other thing that I'm doing is I'm creating, okay, I'll talk about that second. The other thing, there's 2 more things. So one is building your email list. So you've probably heard Meg, maybe even me, talk about building a freemium. If you haven't heard that, it's fine. You don't have to have heard it. But what a freemium is basically Chalene Johnson's idea of giving your followers, giving the people who are coming to you something valuable for free. In turn, they're going to give you their email address, which allows you to bring the connection away from Facebook into email. So if anything were to ever happen to Facebook, you have your customer base, your following, your fans, your people in an email base so you don't lose them. So this can really stress some people out. And I was one of those some people because it was a big deal when this all came out. It was you had to have this huge thing. And if you look at Meg's freemiums, they're beautiful. They're 10 pages and she has someone do a PDF. They're beautiful. But it doesn't have to be something like that. To be able to email collect and to gain people's emails in one spot, it can be something simple. Sarah did something tonight. She had a bag of pumpkin cheesecake cookies. She bought them at the store. They were really good, so she threw them out. So she mentioned that she made some from scratch at home. And she just said, if you want this recipe and more recipes like it, drop your email below and I'll mail it out, or I'll email it out this week. So it's a great way to get your email, get other people's emails, and get them plugged into you. So what I would do is start an Excel or a Google Drive, document that says email list or, potential customer email list or whatever, however you want to word it, but making sure these are all in one spot. The other way you can do that is like creating that post. And if you're familiar with Google, you can make a Google form. And I use this for like coaching applications, challenge group applications, and I use it for my freemiums or things that I'm offering for free. So what this does is you can create a form on Google and you can create it. So like if I say, if you want more recipes, drop your name and email in this link. They click on the link, they put their name first, last, and email. And what that does is Google will put it into an Excel spreadsheet for me. So I don't have to take it from Facebook and a comment to an Excel sheet. I can take it straight to my Excel sheet. So I'll see if I can pull that up and show you guys what I'm talking about when I say Google Forms. Who uses Google Drive? Anyone? You can unmute if you want.
I do.
What does I do?
Kelly.
Oh, Kelly. There you go. I have to see where the little microphone goes away.
Yeah, I do too.
Okay. That's Tiffany. I can recognize that accent.
Do I need to get a strong Michigan accent?
Oh, no.
I'm in the wrong group. I'm too far south.
A little bit. Okay, my thing's not opening up. So, but what you can do is you can log into your Gmail. You can go to your Drive, and it'll literally say like a Google form. Oh, here we go. By the way, if you guys need some personal development help, Google Jennifer Grace. We were privileged with her presence on Sunday, and she is amazing. She does a lot of like online coaching and helping coaches with personal development. I just saw her email in my email. That's what made me think about that. Okay, so I'll share my screen again so that you guys can see what I'm talking about. So you're gonna log into your Google, go to your Drive, and then you're gonna go to More, and then even more. And you're gonna scroll all the way down, and you're gonna click this Forms. It's at Home and Office and Forms. And you can build a form, and you'll name it. So like recipe email list. Keep it something simple. And you're just gonna go name, required question, done. And then add item. You're gonna go last name, put it in text, required, done. And same thing again, you're just gonna go email. Make sure it's required so that they have to fill it out. And if you mess up, you just click on the box and you go back and fix it. So that's all I would put, name, first name, last name, email. And then you can go to change theme and you can put a different theme on it if you want to. This one's always fun. There's like forks and knives. So you could change the theme. And then all you're gonna do is push send form. And what that's gonna do is it's gonna give you a link. So I click the short URL, and you're just gonna copy that link. So you could maybe, if you can see my whole desktop, you see all these notes here. So what I would do is probably just go, okay. And I'm gonna paste that link right here. And I'm just gonna say like recipe email list form link. So I'm gonna keep it there. So that way I have it for each post and I don't have to go into this form and send it each time to get the link. This way it's here. If you have a blog or if you have a website, you can embed it into that so that it goes automatically. That's something that I don't understand because I don't have a thing. I don't have a blog. I can hear my accent when I say that. So what that's going to do, so let's say you post that link on Facebook, someone clicks on it, they fill out their name, their last name, their email. What that's going to do is, you can see here, let me see if I can find it. Okay, so like boost your self-confidence in 7 days responses. So this means that I sent out this form right here, and now this is a response in here. So it's already in there for me. So when someone fills that, when I like make that link go live and they fill it out, it'll tell me what day they filled it out, their first, their last, their email. And then I ask them more, like, do you have a coach? What's the best way to contact you? Is it email, Facebook, text? And just leave a little information about you so that I can know who they are before I message them. But again, it goes right in here. So it's already done. So that way, if I go to MailChimp, or I just need to go, I copy and paste and message those people via email, it's already in an Excel document. I don't have to go through my comments and take it from Facebook to an Excel sheet. So again, that's something simple that you can do, and you can edit your form. So if you're like trying to think, like maybe each week you're naming it, what you're offering, something new, all you have to do is go into that form and change the name of it. But that way the responses go to that same Excel sheet. Does that make sense? So just think of ways, we can brainstorm ways, like I'm going to do like workouts, like drop your email below if you'd like to receive an at-home workout you can do each week. And I'm just going to come up with a picture on PicMonkey, and I'm going to create a short little workout circuit, and I'm going to send that out to people. I'm going to send it out to whoever wants it on my email list. So maybe even something specific to you. What makes you different? This is where your niche can come into play. I was telling Heather Long this earlier, like she's really into paleo. So she would be a really good one to be specific to something paleo, a paleo meal plan, or a simple grocery shopping list. Like, we think it's something simple because it's a tool and a skill we've learned to go to the grocery store and know what to get and what to avoid. But some people don't. So if you could say like, hey, I'm getting a lot of questions about what I buy when I go to the store. So if I shared that, what my list is and what my favorite brands are of bread or, lunch meat, or what kind of chicken you buy. Like if you list the names of it, so that way it's even more specific to you. Would this be something you'd be interested in? Drop your email below, and I'll send out the shopping list on Friday. Something super simple, super like, here it is, but could provide someone a lot of value and get conversations going and creating that trust, and that you're giving them something for free. So now they'll give you a little bit more time. They'll be a little bit more open to what you have to say. Does that make sense? Does that help? Is that something you guys are like, yes, I want to do, or great, one more thing? Something simple. And I would say like, try and go for one time a week to just use the same thing. It can be the same thing every week if you want. But just to make sure you're building your email list, at least one time a week, offer something and try different times to see when it's more prominent for you and all that kind of stuff. And then the last way that I've heard some people do is YouTube. So if you like being on camera, if you like talking, if you like sharing your story, if you like giving tips, I know if you were in the Boss It Up training, that was something that they went over, was to do, a 2-minute video 1 or 2 times a week and share that on your Facebook page. Take it one step further and also upload it to YouTube. You never know what people search or find, or that way it's out there. Like, at least it's out there. It's on another social avenue. Like, so YouTube. And then what I've been doing is creating like a picture. I did this twice last week. Nothing has really come of it because you have to keep going with something. But, I recorded a video. I took a picture. I created a picture. I made a pin on Pinterest. And then when you click on that picture, it's going to take you to my YouTube link. So you're going to hear my voice. You're going to see my video. Just intertwining all of those social media avenues. But there's so much more out there than just Facebook. So if you're struggling on Facebook or you're getting bored with Facebook, figure out another social avenue that might be better for you or you feel comfortable with or that excites you to learn about. There's tons of trainings. So if you go to YouTube and search Instagram training, Beachbody Coach, I know Anita Myron has some great ones. Chelsea Pearson has some awesome ones. Meg has one on Pinterest. I just uploaded that link into the team page. So just get creative with it. And if it's too much for you right now, then don't do it. Like, that's fine. But I just wanted to make sure, like, you guys knew that, like, spread your wings and commit to trying something for a little while and see how it goes for you. For Instagram, great people to follow. Mindy Lawhorn has an amazing Instagram. Meg's is awesome. Tubby to Toned, which is Kelly Hanner, has an awesome one. Chelsea Pearson has a great one. Those are people just off the top of my head that have good Instagrams. So those would be good people to follow, just to see their content and how they're setting it up. But any questions on that stuff? No? Okay, any questions in general? 10 days to hit Success Club. We have a coaching question, challenger questions. How to meet new people, conversations. Nothing?
I have a question.
Yeah.
So for Instagram, because I used to post a lot to Instagram, and then I kind of freaked out with all Beachbody and making sure I was posting right. And then what's the best way to get them connected? Like, should I always bring them back to Facebook? Should I just put my email? You know what I mean? Because I'll make posts and I have lots of interest. Like, I've seen over the past week, I've had like 30 new followers, and I had like hardly any followers in the beginning, and I've had like 30 new followers, which is awesome. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, what do I do with them? Do I have try and get them to get an email, or do I, because I know you can direct message, but that's a little weird on Instagram. Like, what do you kind of, where do you go? Or what do you do?
Well, whoever's following you, Heather Long said this today, like, check out their Instagram to see if it's someone you want to follow back, and follow them back so they see your name again. And then just kind of write them on a list maybe. Okay. And if it's someone that you're like, oh, I like them, then you can make a point to go back to their page. I think Instagram is a little bit more intentional. Right. You might have to go back and say like, okay, oh, I wonder what Sally, has done this week, and maybe do that comment or like 5 photos, maybe comment on 3 and see what happens. And then I know Alyssa had someone come from Instagram or as a challenge pack, and she brought her from Instagram to email. Okay. Because a lot of people, and they talked about this at Super Saturday, a lot of people who have Instagram don't have Facebook. Right. So ask them for email. Again, now you're on email and Instagram. You have their email, which is more important than getting them on Facebook. And then in email, you can also say like, oh, by the way, like, are you on Facebook? Or, what's your friend? Or you can even search their name at that point and friend them. So I would do email first, especially coming from Instagram. Like if they say like, hey, how do I connect with you? Give them your email and have them get you on email. I think that would be helpful. Okay. All right. Yeah, that sounds good. Alyssa, do you put your email at the bottom of every do you put the email at the bottom of every post, or do you, because I've seen, I don't know who it is, Kayla, whatever, she has a Brazilian followers. She does that. She puts her like website at the end of every single post that she does, even if she posts 5 times a day. Do you do that, or do you just have it like in your bio at the top?
If I was being I would probably put it in every post, but I honestly don't. I was putting my email on the ones that I knew I was getting huge response from. Like whenever I was doing my before and afters, those are the ones that blew up. So I wanted to make it easy, but I also, like in my little bio, have it there. So I put it in both spots. But now that you're saying that, now I'm like, I think I should probably put my email in every post. Because I literally, I'm lazy with it. Like I will literally, as I'm doing my post for Facebook, I copy and I paste it into Instagram. I'm obviously not putting it in my Facebook, so I was like, I forget about it. But But yeah, so I've gotten my people from Instagram from my before. I've only gotten them from my before and after pictures. And those ones I had my email there. So then I just got email from them, or they would, my usual blurb is something like, post, or, comment your email below, or you can comment me, or you can email me directly. So some would actually post me their email publicly like that, and others, I just got an email in my inbox. So that helps. Sorry, I think I rambled there for a minute.
You're good.
No, thank you. That helps.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to hit Success Club? No one has questions?
I need one more.
No, I'm just kidding. But kind of what we talked about last week, how are you guys doing with just feeling like you're helping people? Do you feel like you've helped people this week? Do you feel like whether they got started on a program, or maybe they just started to believe in themselves when they didn't, or maybe a post just encouraged them to have a good day? Like,
I get a lot of messages about my posts, and I get people who buy just the programs themselves, or like the Shakeology package samplers versus like the challenge packs and stuff, or just Shakeology itself. Okay, hold on a second. Sorry.
No, you're okay.
But I have a few questions. One is about the free groups. I feel like mine are a total bust.
You're not alone. I ran 2, like end of September, beginning of October, and they were like, I had like 1 or 2 people participating. I think they're just kind of like maybe old, like, I don't know. Like, they just don't work for my group of people, and maybe yours are kind of feeling the same way.
Yeah, they're not working. So I don't know if I should try something different or make it.
I'm going to do my next one. I'm going to switch up to a core challenge group. So I don't know if maybe taking food out of it right now, maybe, and focus maybe just on getting them comfortable in a group setting and working out. You could try something like that.
Okay.
Or I know Alyssa had awesome success with the 3-day Shakeology group, which is free, and just informing them about Shakeology. There was that one. And then we've done since you've had people do the sampler pack, maybe you run a Shakeology sampler specific group. And I think I have a 5 or a 7-day template. So it wouldn't necessarily be free because they'd have to buy their sampler because you want them to try Shakeology. But again, you're not asking them to spend $140. Spend $30, try all flavors of Shakeology, and I'm going to coach you through it and why this is different than a protein shake, why this is helpful. I'm going to share recipes with you and give you value and give you content so that you can know more about this whole Shakeology thing.
Okay. That's a good idea.
I'm just reading the comments. Doing it with another coach might be a good idea. Or maybe just running like a 10-day Beachbody On Demand free group.
Okay.
That might be a good one. I did a 30-day one when it first came out, and 30 days is just too long for me for a free group. Like, it's just too long.
I feel like 5 days sometimes is too long for a free group.
But with the Beachbody On Demand, they just have to create their account. They do have to put in their credit card, so some people get really leery of that, which I totally respect. So just know that going into it, that might be a hurdle that you have to kind of overcome. But you can go to, by this point, there's so many schedules on the internet. If you just Google like Beachbody On Demand calendar, and you can post a few calendars, and that way they have a plan to use once they get in there, and they're not going, okay, now I have all these programs, now what do I do? But you can post like, here's a calendar, here's a 10-day calendar, follow this, you're going to experience 10 programs or 10 workouts. Maybe you pick, 6 or 7 programs and kind of go over. That might be a good option.
Okay.
Spice it up a little bit.
So if we were going to do the on-demand free group,
Mm-hmm.
that's an option for people is to sign up for the 30-day free trial, but we would only do it for 10 of those days.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Because 30 days can be really, really long. But I know that like out of that 30 day, I think I had 3 people enroll as coaches through that 30 day. So it was successful. But it's just really long.
Yeah. It seems like
Especially during the holidays.
that really sounds like a way to, even the 10 days, to just give people a really good picture of what they're going to get.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like that. I really like that idea.
And 10 days is a great time to like, okay, you're 7 days in, you see results, and now you take it 3 days further and you see maybe another pound or 2 down and you're just feeling good.
Yeah.
And then
definitely.
you can kind of talk about those next steps.
Yeah. Can I ask a quick question?
Mm-hmm.
I noticed, and I haven't tried these workouts because it's the prenatal, like postnatal workouts. And I have a lot of people in my just group of friends and people I know that are either pregnant or have a new baby. And I didn't know if you guys have ever done a challenge group like around those workouts, or if you have someone who wants to buy that workout, like does it come with a challenge pack, or is it just they would just be purchasing the on-demand?
It's just on-demand. It's an on-demand exclusive. So there's not a program. It's just those 4 workouts. Or like 1 per trimester.
Like I could, yeah.
And I can hear you, Dan. Kelly knows my brother, and I know Dan. They were in their wedding, so that's why. Anyways, so it's just like a Beachbody on-demand exclusive. So it's just those 4 workouts. So, and they're brand new. Like they were just released last week, maybe. So there's not a whole lot, and I'm not pregnant or anything, so I have not personally used them. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just wondering how to utilize that and how to connect with these pregnant moms, you know. But if it's only 4 workouts, I like maybe it kind of gets them interested, you know, and
that's what you want.
Yeah.
Meg is using it right now. Obviously she's in her, and she's like got like 25 days before that baby comes. But she's using it to build her network so that when all those ladies have babies, they think of Meg and they know how fun and easy the on-demand access was, and they're experiencing autumn, that they can jump into a 21-day fix or 21-day fix extreme when they're ready. So,
okay, thanks.
I mean, and you could even say that, like, I know I'm not pregnant. I'm sorry, I don't know if you have kids. I just met you. But, you know, you can just say, like, I kind of share your story. Like, I'm not pregnant. I don't have kids, or I have kids, and I wish this was, you know, available when I was pregnant or just had a baby. But I wanted to share with you moms, if you are active in your pregnancy or you want just a quick, fun workout, Beachbody just launched their new Active Maternity Series. It's 4 workouts, 1 for each trimester. I'd love for you to try it. The way Meg is wording it is like, you can try it for free. There's nothing involved. There's no cost. There's no like hook. I just want to know your experience of it. I just need a testimonial from you. So I mean, I think that's a great way. If you have like a niche of friends that, you know, are in that stage of life, that would be a great tool for you.
Cool. Thank you. Yeah, I thought about inviting a few over, like to try it out together, and then maybe if they like it, like getting them signed up for the free trial or something. So we'll see.
Yeah, that could, if you have any of you, if you guys have close friends who are pregnant, just say like, hey, we just had this Active Maternity Series. Obviously, I'm not pregnant, so I can't experience like the full effect of how this feels for someone who's pregnant. Do you want to try this out and tell me kind of what you think of it? How does it feel? Like, did you like it? Did you not? And maybe get someone who's never worked out and is doing do the first trimester, and maybe someone who's worked out their entire life and now they're pregnant and they do the first trimester, so that you have some feedback when people ask about it. So
Great. Thank you.
you're welcome. Anything else? No? No? Okay, then I will let you go. I appreciate you guys getting on the call. I'm trying to think. I think we're good to go next Wednesday. For some reason, I feel like there was something going on, but maybe not. So we will be good to go next week, Wednesday. Keep at it. If you need anything for Success Club or Emeralds or just kind of feeling like stuck, message me. Like, that's what we're here for. Post in the team page. Like, obviously keep it positive. We want to keep the atmosphere, uplifting, but that's also a safe place for you guys to ask questions, share frustrations, get support, have encouragement. So, you're not in this journey alone. We're all here along with you. So message me, message your success partner. Hopefully you guys are all part of a Fall Classic team. So if you're not part of a Fall Classic team or you have no idea what I'm talking about, then just shoot me a message. But everyone should be part of a Fall Classic team. It's just a great way to build that community and to kind of do what I just said, to have those people in your corner to share your journey with and to share your frustrations and your successes and to bounce ideas off of and run a free group together, run a challenge group together in the month of November. So thank you again for hopping on. I appreciate it.